Hello everyone, welcome to iQuanta. This video is based upon a strategy to ace the LRDI section in CAT, which is considered as the most difficult section in this exam. Now, why is it considered difficult? Because here you always come across huge paragraphs which are always loaded with a lot of information, and unlike quants, there is no specific formula or tricks to quickly solve those questions. You basically have to go through the whole set, you have to understand everything, you have to build a logic right there to crack the set. Also, if you check the past trends, past 3-4 year CATs have been difficult. So what this section basically does is it tests your decision making capabilities, your calculation speed, as well as the way in which you are interpreting the data from the set. So in this video, we'll be discussing a few do's and don'ts, some key points to remember that you all should keep in your mind while you prepare yourself for this section. Now you know that basically you have sets in LRDI which are followed by 3-4 questions. So some LRDI sets, they might seem very difficult when you read them, but they might have 1 to 2 easy questions that you can solve from them. So rather than spending your time in the difficult questions in that set, you can pick up the 1-2 easy ones. Now let us discuss some key points that you should keep in your mind while you start preparing for this LRDI section in CAT. So the first point is improve basics of quants like percentages, ratios, SIC and averages. So these are the building blocks of LRDI. Any DI set that you will come across in this section, it will only be based upon percentages, ratios, calculation of averages and all these things. Then the next point to keep in mind is no theoretical concepts or formulae. So there are no such theoretical concepts or formulae that you have to remember to solve LRDI sets. A few formulas like percentage increase, decrease, they need to be understood well. And when you come to logical reasoning part, a few concepts like Venn diagrams and games and tournaments, only these would be important. But if you look at past 3-4 year CAT papers, you'll see that mostly all the LR sets, they were like puzzles in which no particular theoretical concepts or formulae were needed to solve them. So if you have command over percentages, ratios and averages, you can solve almost all the DI sets, given that you comprehend all the questions that are asked to you well. Next point to remember is selection of questions and accuracy. So this is something you have to be serious about, the questions that you are selecting and accuracy. Selection of question means you have to go through the sets, you have to choose those sets only which you think you can properly solve. Then whatever you are solving, it should be correct. And you will learn the selection of right questions only when you practice a lot of sets. And for example, if you select a wrong set, if you realize even after reading 5 to 6 minutes, if you have no idea of whatever is being talked about in the set, you should skip to the next question. Next point to keep in mind is don't bother about your speed in the beginning. So yes, we'll be having many beginners. When they start solving LRDI sets, they'll come to know that there's a huge problem with their speed. Like a set which needs to be solved within 8 to 10 minutes, they'll take 15 to 20 minutes for that set. But that should not be something to worry about. If you keep solving 2-3 sets on a daily basis, you will definitely notice a lot of improvement in your speed. Next point to keep in mind is no need to solve all the questions. So one should not write the exam with the mindset of solving all the questions, because if you check the past year results, in the LRDI section of CAT, if someone solves 4 plus sets, that means 16 plus questions around 16 to 18, you easily cross the 98 percentile mark. So 16 to 18 question means you have to be around 95% accurate. So around 45 marks, this will easily fetch you around 98 percentile in LRDI. So 4 to 5 sets with 90 to 95% accuracy. Or if you talk in questions, then around 16 to 18 questions with around 95% accuracy, that will fetch you 98 plus for sure. Then the next point should be taking mock seriously to analyze your strength and weaknesses. So this is a mistake that most of the aspirants commit. They don't take mock seriously and hence they are not used to handle the pressure during the exam. Also, if you don't write mock seriously, you don't really build up a very good strategy to score good in this section. And due to this, an aspirant, he ends up scoring very less in this section. And don't forget that all the 100 percentilers, they write at least 35 mocks before they write the CAT. So you have to take mocks very seriously because they help you to analyze your strengths and weaknesses. So always try to solve a variety of sets, and that will definitely help you to build up your own strategy. Next point to consider is build the basics and then learn shortcuts. So this is applicable not just for the LRDI section but for all the other sections. You first have to get your fundamentals right, you have to build up the basics, and then you have to learn the shortcuts, because shortcuts sometimes have many limitations. They are not always applicable in each and every situation. Though they help you to save a lot of time, but they should only be learned after you build up your basics. Then the next point to consider is 2 sectional tests every week and time-based exercises to learn time management. So you yourself know the importance of this. The number of time-based exercises and mocks that you write, it is directly proportional to the quality of your strategy. So you make less mistakes, you learn time management better, which will ultimately give you a push in this section, and you might end up solving 2-3 questions more. So this is very important. Try to write 2 sections every week and a mock every week, and don't forget to analyze your mocks. Then after that, make stronger the strongest and improvement of weaker sections. So here in this exam, you have to capitalize on your strengths. You don't have to lose marks from the topics that you are very good at. So make them the strongest, and alongside try to improve your weaker sections. Don't just leave them, at least learn the basics before you write the CAT. Because ultimately by this improvement of weaker sections, you might get a push of around 2-3 questions, which makes a lot of difference in CAT. Then the next point is, LRDI is not about solving 6 to 7 sets in 60 minutes. It is about solving 17 to 18 questions with 90-95% accuracy. So I've already told you this, accuracy matters a lot, and even if you solve around 17 to 18 questions, which means around 4 to 4.5 sets with 90-95% accuracy, you definitely end up scoring 45 plus, which means a 98 plus percentile, or sometimes even 99 percentile in the CAT. If you maintain 100% accuracy, just 4 sets with 100% accuracy will give you around 98.5 plus in CAT. The next point to consider is, spending more time on one question causes panic towards the end. So there are many questions which are known as traps. You will find out that you are spending more and more time, like 9, 10, 11 minutes on a single, and due to that wastage of time, you don't see those sets, you miss those sets which were really easy. So you have to stop yourself from building this panic. Don't spend too much time on a question. You have to skim through the sets first, choose the right ones around 4 to 5, then solve those sets only. Then next important point is exchange shortcuts and ideas with your friends. So while you prepare, you always have to exchange new shortcuts with your friends, so that you tell them something, in return they tell you something which will definitely strengthen your preparation. Next important point to consider is, refrain from focusing a lot in a single subject. You have to clear sectional cutoffs too. So there are many people who keep solving only quants, or either only LRDI or only VRC, or even just 2 sections. They forget the third section. Sometimes they score around 98, 99 in 2 sections, and they lie around 80 percentile or even lesser than that in the third one, which decreases their overall percentile, as well as sometimes they fail to clear the sectional cutoffs too. So even if you have a phobia with a particular section, you have to get over it. You always have to keep in mind that there are sectional cutoffs too. There is no point if you score 100 percentile in 2 sections and just 60-70 in the third one. After that, next point is, one mock every week and its analysis to identify questions you could have attempted. So while writing mocks, when you finish it, you have to analyze it well. Because sometimes when you are solving a mock, you come across questions that you think which are really difficult, but when you go through their solution, the solution is of around 1 to 2 lines, which is very easy. So when you attempt the next mock, you know that this particular concept, this is very easy and it can be solved within 1-2 lines. Now we'll discuss how to make daily goals and then stick to them. So you always have to make your own calendar to set deadlines and daily achievable goals. Also, never forget that you don't have to be nervous over deadlines. So you should always set such goals that you can finish on a daily basis. So you can set different goals while you are working and on weekends. First of all, always set daily achievable goals, and if you think you have extra time to solve some more questions, then you can exceed the number of questions accordingly. But don't set a very heavy target in the beginning. Like, don't promise yourself to solve around 5 to 6 sets daily, because if at some point of time you don't solve those 5 to 6 sets daily for 3-4 days, you'll think that you have piled up a lot, you have not solved a lot of things, you have missed a lot of things, which will only build up tension. And if you somehow miss to meet the deadlines that you have set, you don't have to be nervous. So you always have to stay calm and be on the right track. And at last, I'll end up this by saying that overdosage kills. So do not stress yourself by studying all the time. You always have to keep yourself motivated. Don't think of studying all the time, or don't keep thinking that I've missed this, I've missed that. I already told you, make daily achievable goals. So if you do that, this will never happen with you. So try to inculcate these points while you prepare LRDI section of your CAT. If you face any kind of issue while preparing, you can discuss it with the iQuanta team. So I'll end up by saying that you do not have to make this a torture section. You always have to keep improving, because no one can achieve accuracy overnight. So keep practicing and trust your preparation. All the best.